3 AFL clubs have embarked on a freshener, not with their coaches or playing group, but with the logo of their club. From the outside, it might seem a bit irrelevant and insignificant to winning games of football, but you might be surprised to see the success some rebrands have had in the very recent past. But for now, let's stay in the present. From the 3 off-season club rebrands, the Gold Coast Suns was the most controversial. It started off with this new logo. It's an S officially, but also supposed to be a nod back to the now original Suns logo by also looking like a G and a C. But the big talking point wasn't to do with the logo as such, but the new jumpers the club presented. This photo was released and well made fun of. I'm guessing Noble was looking at a different camera, but it does look like he and Rioli are being held hostage and being forced to wear these new kits. The home Guernsey really hasn't changed that much, except for some yellow on the sides that have now turned red, and the placement of the new logo. It's the away jumper that is literally off colour, with a complete contrast to the full red design the logo and home jumper has. Suns CEO Mark Evans said, "We knew after 14 years with the same brand that it was time to update our look and feel to better represent how we have evolved and matured as a football club," Evans said in a statement. "Our new logo is modern, bold and innovative with layers of context which speak to our history and purpose." A couple weeks earlier, Adelaide decided to do the same thing. As of right now, no new jumpers have been released by the club, and it's unclear if the Crows will keep their home and away Guernseys the same as they were in 2024. But the logo is certainly different. It's got a far more futuristic look to it than their previous one. The city name of Adelaide at the bottom is a nice touch as well, and was deliberately placed at the bottom of the crow image to, quote, reinforce the connection between the club, the city and state. The most recent club to change is St Kilda. Theirs is the most minor compared to the other two in terms of actual detail, but their new crest is the first evolution of it since 1995, previously holding the record for having the oldest logo in the AFL. The St Kilda Football Club writing is now replaced with St Kilda, and overall the crest, as the Saints call it, is more connected as a joint symbol, with the previous iteration having a banner beneath the St Kilda image. The motto Fortius Quo Fidelius has also been removed from the logo, but will still be present on the club's jumper. So why do AFL clubs decide to rebrand? Well, a nice part of creating a new image is to sell it. Quoted from the Adelaide statement on their new logo, it says, "Crows fans are able to get their hands on new look merchandise featuring the fresh logo via the online store on Wednesday night. The full range will also be available at the Crows shop at Westlakes from Thursday." It provides a pretty instant financial boost with a whole new stock of merchandise to sell. This isn't the main reason for new designs, but it is a nice little bonus on top. The big reason seems to be for a freshen up. It can give a club a new direction if the logo has a message behind it, and gives the sense of a new era beginning. Now you can easily say these things don't matter when it comes to performance on field, and there is no real way of measuring impact of a rebrand if it is positive. Rarely does it seem to be negative, however. It is remarkable how many rebrands have led to instant or short-term success. From every club's last switch-up, almost half of the teams in the AFL have experienced a good turn of fortune. I know there are hundreds of factors that lead into a club's success in any given season. Maybe it's just a coincidence, or maybe it's some weird power a new logo can have. Let's go to 2008. Geelong and Hawthorn both decided to give their logos a makeover at the end of the 2007 season. Geelong, coming off a premiership, changed to their current day logo, while Hawthorn got rid of their golden square hawk and went for a similar look to Geelong, except with a hawk. Both reached the grand final in 2008, with Hawthorn pulling off the big upset. Geelong, after their change, made 3 grand finals in 4 years with 2 wins, and have made a further 2 grand finals in 2020 and 2022 in which they won. Hawthorn had a small dip after 2008, but ended up making 4 straight grand finals and won 3 in a row between 2013 and 2015. The same thing happened a decade after. In the 2017 off-season, Collingwood moved on from their long-standing image to a touch more of a modern version. At the same time, West Coast moved off this logo and changed their Guernseys in preparation for the 2018 season. Again, both sides would make the grand final in 2018, playing in an all-time classic. West Coast won the game and played finals the year after before entering their current rebuild period. Collingwood followed a similar trajectory, but under Craig McRae got an instant sugar hit and won the premiership in 2023, following a resurgent season in 2022. 3 clubs that were a mess turned around shortly after they rebranded. In 2014, the Bulldogs, who were in turmoil, got rid of their Robo-Dog-inspired look and brought in their current logo. Despite their captain, coach and CEO leaving, with newly appointed Luke Beveridge at the helm, the club turned around instantly, ultimately leading to the success of 2016, and overall has experienced an extended period of winning football. Melbourne at the end of 2015 updated their logo to a 4th in 10 years, and it's stuck ever since. Their story is similar to the Bulldogs. Since 2016, they have been a far better performed club, reaching a prelim in 2018 and then beating the Bulldogs in the 2021 grand final. The most recent success story is with Sydney. They finished 3rd bottom in 2020 and slightly modernised their 3rd logo, which had been representing the club for over 2 decades. In 2021, they finished 6th and have gone on to make 2 grand finals in 2022 and 2024. From all the examples here, the sides that changed their logo made at least a preliminary final by the 3rd season with their new rebrand in place. Other sides like Port Adelaide, Richmond and Fremantle have also entered their most successful periods since their last rebrand. Believe it or not, there does seem to be something in this. It's hard to put an exact finger on it, but there are rarely any modern day examples of clubs falling completely away after having a significant relaunch. The only one is North Melbourne at the end of 2016. Since their change, they have not made finals and been one of the worst sides in the competition. Theirs did make sense, as Brent Harvey, Drew Petrie, Michael Ferrito and Nick Dalsano all moved on at the end of 2016. The new logo was supposed to represent a new era beginning at the club, but the data overall does support change. The reality is Adelaide, Gold Coast and St Kilda have been stuck in the mud. Adelaide for half a decade, Gold Coast for their existence, and St Kilda, who have been brutally unlucky in search for the end of their premiership drought. Changing coaches, administration and players, maybe none of that actually matters. Can it really be a logo change that could turn around their fortunes in 2025 and beyond? History tells us there's a chance.